Nominated for Best Community College Radio Station 2014 by the Intercollegiate Broadcasting System. Everything you want to hear from the voice of Cerritos College. WPMD on the net, where people make a difference.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to another edition of the Falcon Spotlight. Now, at this time, I have a very special guest joining us from the Board of Trustees. I would like my guests to please introduce themselves.
Hello, student and faculty staff. I'm Shin Liu. I'm the board trustee. I was elected in 2009 and have been serving for the college and the students for 5 years. It is a great honor, and I'm very happy to be invited to be here to share some of my thoughts. And thank you so much, and thank you for listening for this radio station. It's very important for you to involve for this radio station. Thank you.
Excellent. I want to thank you for taking the time to be here. I know that, for the general public, for those that don't know what a trustee is, can you please explain what the Board of Trustees do?
Okay, it is true. A lot of people say, what is board trustee? Is this a public state, college? Why we need to board trustee? The reason for that is, community college, the funding is mainly from citizens' tax. So we give the decision maker, we give a lot of power back to the citizen. So citizen can vote board trustee. So we actually represent the citizen in our community. And then majorly our work are doing this. We are approving the school's budget, the annual financial plan. That's very important. We need to be able to pay everybody and be able to provide classes for students and resource structure. So, and we also do hiring and evaluating our college president. And as you notice, we select the best. The president, Dr. Linda Lacy, is hard to find, is a gem, and we found her, and she's doing fine. Very, very good. Not only fine, she's doing excellent job. And we also setting the college mission, and we are also providing the guideline for the policy for the college, and we participate different legislative meeting and to advocate for the college. And most important is we helping shaping a positive image of the college within the community. So we as board trustee, like many other board trustee, we attend a lot community events to bring our positive image to the community members. That's mainly what we do. We do other things too. Most of us has a daytime job too. Thank you.
Excellent. And we'll be right back after these public service announcements.
Okay.
People don't much listen to the radio on the radio anymore. They listen on their desktops, they listen on their laptops, they listen on their tablets, and mostly they listen on their cell phones. You can hear WPMD on great streaming sites like TuneIn and Streama and Radio Shaker, and now you can listen to the place where people make a difference on our new WPMD app. It's free and ready for you to download. Just go to appcatch.com, that's appcatch.com, search for WPMD, then hit launch, and you're with us. It'll work on your iPhone, your Android, your BlackBerry, your iPad. You can take WPMD with you wherever you go, whenever you go. The WPMD app. One more reason why WPMD on the net is the place where people make a difference.
Hey, parents of children with asthma. Preventing asthma attacks can be as simple as making your home and car smoke-free zones, cleaning up the mold, and vacuuming the floor to keep your house free of dust, dander, and dust mites. Take it from the world's most famous asthma rock band, the Breatheasies, with their hit songs about simple steps you can take to prevent your kids' asthma attacks. Their songs may be fun, but childhood asthma is not. Visit www.noattacks.org for more information about preventing asthma attacks and awesome Breathe Easy tunes. brought to you by the EPA, the Ad Council, and WPMD.org, where people make a difference.
Do you know what that is? That's the sound of your classmate forwarding a picture from your profile to everyone he knows. A college student downloading all your pictures to his hard drive. A teacher wondering what you were thinking. Some guys posting graphic comments about your body and what they do with it. Your neighbor printing out your latest pictures for his collection. A man spending some alone time with your picture while no one else is around. And worst of all, your dad seeing a photo of you topless, all because of the time you posted those pictures on your profile. Anything you post online, anyone can see. Family, friends, and even not-so-friendly people. So think before you post. For more information, visit www.cybertipline.com.
This message brought to you by the U.S. Department of Justice, the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children, and the Ad Council.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to the Falcon Spotlight. I'm back with my guests, a member of the Cerritos College community, a trustee. Now, it is amazing to have a trustee here on the show. This is truly awesome. Now, we have plenty of events that happen annually here on campus. I was wondering, what are some of your favorites?
Some of my favorite will be some because I have a daytime job, I wasn't able to attend like chili cookout, like those kind of event. But one of my favorite event is the commencement. Sometimes it's made me feel like tear usually fill my eyes because I saw so many youngsters, so many people reach to their goal. Many of them are first-time college graduate from their family, some of them, and they reach to their first milestone of their life. It was great, and I enjoyed to see that, and I also enjoyed to see a lot of, at this time we have related smaller graduation party, and I was invited to see that, and every one of them, I'm so happy to see the student achievement. Again, students' achievement and student success is the goal of my role as a trustee.
Excellent. Now, I know that for our audience, it's always inspirational to also hear, from people who have gone on to be successful after pursuing their education. What was their journey like? What was their college experience like? How did they get to where they are today?
Okay. First, I would like to say is everyone student have the opportunity to pursue their dream, and everyone can make it. And it will be, not everyone, I believe not all students, when they begin the college, they already know what they want to do in the future. Majority people will try several of these and until they find their passion, right? So I encourage students to take more courses, I know you want to transfer, but sometimes you should take a little bit more courses to explore your own career passion path, and attend. We have a career day. Attend the career day, and go to job placement office to take a look those. And also, I believe you want to find your passion. As long as you find your passion and you will go for that, you really want to find what you like. Once you like that, then you put all the effort for that and to reach to your achievement.
Excellent.
Mm-hmm.
So did you know right away what you wanted to major in, or?
Oh no. I came from Taiwan. I had my undergraduate degree in Taipei, Taiwan, as a mathematics. So it was fun, really. I like numbers. But then I math and what you're going to do, probably become math professor. But I thought about maybe I like number, I can be a CPA, accountant. I thought about that. And, I was in Taiwan that time. The computer was not that popular. But my father bought a computer at home. And it was so fun. It's a small computer, but it was so fun. And we have 5 siblings. So all of us were fighting to use that computer. And my father started to give time limit for us to use the computer. It made that computer become more valuable or more whatever everybody like. And at the time we use a computer, we need to write a small command line. That's kind of script language to write it, to be able to run the computer, to be able to see a small video, to be able to play a little game. We need to write that. But it was fascinating. So because that little computer, like a game to me, really, probably the memory right now is smaller than your phone, really. And it's tiny, small computer. It inspired me and to like it. And I always want to be a hands-on person and to be able to think logically and to be able to create project. So I start to, the last year of my college life, I went back to Taipei and start to take one computer programming class at college. And it was so fun. So then I started to thinking I want to switch. So I eventually switched computer science and took my master degree in computer science, also doctor degree, and became a computer programmer. So I took me several turns to become my current career right now. So I encourage students to try different things and to attend different workshop, to attend different job fair, to find what you really like and to pursue that. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Excellent. So with computer science, does that mean also like creating web pages as well? Or?
Yeah, computer science mainly is we creating like a business application or science application. Long time ago was desktop or web. Now, most recently will be an app, will be an application. People will download on their phone or tablet. And we also do website too because, some of the computer science, they will go into the web page designer or they were doing that. But I was in the application development side. But I also do my own web page. Yeah, I have a shinliu.org, and to share some of my information with cities, community members and students. Yeah, so it's fun. I really encourage everyone, especially students, should develop a small website for yourself because you can practice. Become a entrepreneur. You can start to share your thought. Maybe you can start to sell your product to other students, to other members, and it is a great way to start a small business. And as start with first your web page. I think website. I think that's great. Yeah.
Excellent. I know that being a student, some of us can be intimidated by mathematics. So it's but it can be inspiring as well to to hear stories like that. I was wondering, were there any was there ever like a class that you struggled with? How do you go about handling a difficult class?
Yeah. Okay. For me, I like number. So usually number was not my problem. But even in math, there are some, classes. Some first was hard. Engineer math was hard for me first. But then I was able to concentrate to study that. For my skill to study is I like to practice the question. I like to read the theory. For mathematics, I encourage students don't jump in to write because on your textbook, they probably have an introduction 1 page or 2 page, and they have exercise for you to practice. I saw many students just jumping to right away do those exercise, then compare the answer from the back of the textbook, and you don't even bother to read the theory. But to read the theory is very important because that give you a fundamental of thinking about how you're going to do this. And I also want everybody to think math is not boring. Math actually is in your life. We relate to math, everything in your life. And if you can think like that way, you can think to use the math in your life. It will be much more practical. And the hard thing for me, to memorize things sometimes hard for me, but I try to use flashcard and to do that. And as I was an international student, so probably the hardest subject when I came to United States will be the writing English, writing my dissertation. The theory part is no problem. The statistics part is no problem. Is to writing a great English sentence sometimes is not that easy for me. So I try and I get online to check. And I also have my problem of my accent. Like when you are talking, I was so admire the way you talk, so cool, so how to say, it is like a charming way. But when I speak, I have my accent and I don't know how to get rid of that. And so that will be the part of the thing I always want to learn. And another thing is I told you about, I know numbers, I like numbers, but some of the thing like one was not come out easy for me. For example, if the performer class, I don't know how to do it, and I'm shy. I don't know how to express myself in the like actor or actress part. That part is hard. So everyone has your thing. You know how to do. Your comfort zone and your thing you don't know how to do. But I really, really encourage every one of you, step out of your comfort zone once in a while, okay? Try to do the things you are afraid the most, really, because think about it. I speak, English is my second language. So when I first step out to run my election, I am trying to do the thing I'm afraid the most, to do a lot of public speech, and to write a lot of I need to write a lot of script. I need to write a lot of proposal and this, but I step out my comfort zone and try it. I don't say I'm perfect, compared to the gentleman next to me. You see how charming he is, but I try my best, and to develop my own style. And I believe, everyone has your own style, and of course we want to try to reach to the perfect, but no one can be that. So try to look for your own style and try to always improve. And that's the way I think, and that's the way I encourage you to step out your comfort zone. If you don't like math, take another one, try it. Thank you.
Excellent. Yeah, I know that I started off, actually, I think almost all of us start off super quiet here on campus, like shy.
Yeah.
I think one of the things that has helped also is to try to join a club. I was wondering, did you get involved in clubs, student government, or anything?
Yeah. When I was in Taiwan, the college I attended did not have a student body organization. It was, we did not have that concept that time. But I did get involved in several clubs, and I serve as a chair or co-chair. I remember I was very outdoor type, so I was involved in a outdoor activity club. We climb mountain and we go field trip, and but I also involved in an elementary student tutoring club, and I think club can be fun way really to socialize with other students. So you have a chance to talk to other students, and you also give back to the community. To start, we went to the elementary school to tutor the kids, and we give back some of them. It's also a nice way sometimes to take a break from your academic life, because sometimes it's from Monday to Friday. Monday to Friday the course is tough, right? And so I really it was really made me so relaxed when I went to the club outdoor. And every other Saturday we can go out to climb a mountain, and or just have a small walk to the fields, and it was great. So I really feel it was a great opportunity. Plus, when you involve club, and you can also practice the leadership skill, and which will help the student in the future. If you have a leadership role, it will help you to build up those skills.
Excellent.
Thank
And
you.
what do you feel was the benefit of joining student organizations,
Student or
like clubs and stuff?
like that I Falcon, or like a student body. But I think the most benefit is the most benefit is really to build out your leadership skills and to socialize with other people, to learn how to get along, and to learn how to um, uh, to learn how to lead, or as a follower. Sometimes we need to learn to be a follower too. And sometimes we need to learn if that's your time to lead, and you need to know how to lead. So all these are involved with people, and the people skill, person skill, and people skill at these days sometimes is equally important as your academic and your academic skill, or your study skill. They are equally important. For some of the job, your personal skill probably are more important than your academic skill. And all these skills you need to be to develop, and to foster that in an environment. The best environment is really the club and the student organization body. And I really encourage. Otherwise, you will feel like you come into school, you go home, you come and go. You don't have some place you really attach to it. And if you have a organization or a club, and it will make, I guarantee to you, you will feel these 2 years, 3 years will be different. There's a group of people who know you, and there's a group of people who are happy when you make some, you have some successful story, and it is important. We all need each other to carry on, to go on. So I really encourage everyone should involve some club or some type of organization.
Excellent.
Thank
Now, I know that sometimes we students can end up enjoying being in a club, and we end up taking on leadership roles, and some people also have jobs on the side, and they get excited and they try to balance everything. But sometimes it could also be a struggle as far as like making sure you're making enough time for your classes. How do you go about time management? What tips do you have?
Oh, okay. For the time management, I first believe you need to have a calendar. That's the number one. You must, maybe you use your calendar on your iPhone, on your smartphone. That's a great idea too. But you must have a calendar, consolidate calendar, including your academic events, your personal events, everything. So number two is you need to prioritize. You know, once you have everything, you know, you are involved with club, you are involved, you have a job, and so you have a class exam. Then when the exam came, exam and your party and your club has a meeting, you need to know which one is more important, is your academic. Because club is something, you join a club is something to help you to reach your goal to graduate from Cerrito College. So the priority of this is really your academic life. So you need to prioritize that. And sometimes you need to learn, really, I think I saw many young people are better than me, multitasking. Okay, so in some of the job, I don't I when I say multitasking, doesn't mean you are doing your mathematics and you are listening to the music and talking to your friend, something like. I don't mean that. I mean like, for example, you are have an exam. Maybe before the exam you have a study section, and you can combine the study section with your club short meeting. Maybe we can say we have a short meeting of 10 minutes. After that, that's study section, or on this math problem or this physics problem. And so you kind of do a little bit planning before, a little bit planning for the day, and don't need to be planned like all week. That's very hard even for me. I have my calendar event for a week, but every day before I sleep, I still plan a little bit about what I'm going to do on tomorrow's event. So tomorrow thing, if I have several things up there, I usually try to combine them to save some time. For example, I need to come your radio station, then I need to go back to my work. On my way to work, my accountant is right there. I need to talk to her, so I'll be over there too. So I think plan your thing, plan all your event. Take a little bit, 10 minutes, 5 minutes to plan multitasking and to plan ahead, and will be a good time management skill. That's the thing. That's my 2 cents.
Excellent. Now, I know that tests, exams, especially a big part of the college experience is the midterms and the final exams. Sometimes people can get anxiety when it comes to those big events, when their classes, the fear of making sure you pass your classes. But there's just this feeling that when you're taking midterms and final exams especially, that you get stressed out. What kind of tips do you have for as finals are approaching as well?
Okay, I think the most important tip is to start early. Okay, you don't want to really start, and ideally you prepare for this exam throughout the semester. Okay, so when you finish this chapter, you study for that. Maybe just put an hour or so to each night to each class. So you don't need to pile up at the end, especially if you are taking English and math, and the skill is really built up throughout the semester. So if you can prepare early, both you and I know it's very hard to cram an entire semester thing just in last minute or last week. So definitely you get organized and start early. So maybe at the beginning of, if maybe this semester you say right now, hey, start early, I'm already late right now. So, but start right now. Even now, it's late, but it's okay too. I mean, start to make a plan right now, today, and to plan how you're going to study that. And so, if you want to start it from today, I also have some suggestion. Maybe you outlining, you write outlining, and flashcard can help you organize your study skill, because when you just read it, you cannot focus. Like you just read it, your thought cannot be focused. But if you write, it re-emphasize what you read. So you write the flashcard, or you do a outline. And also at this time, you need to have time management skill too, add together. So you manage your time to finish all these. I also want to give you a tip. Is because I'm a professor too. So I want to provide a tip for students. Okay, is when you have a question. I encourage you to go to professor's the office hour to ask the professor question, and to associate with the professor and ask your professor, if what do you think? What's anyway to be able to get the question or to get answer from the professor to associate, it's important too, because as a professor, I will see those students come to me, they ask me questions. I know they are serious, and it's a great resource for students too. And professor can be your mentor too, and not only your academic, life, maybe your career too. So I do encourage students, do that. And also very important is form study group, because sometimes if you study alone, it's very easy to get, something it attract you and you leave. So, but you have a study group and people, work together, and then it's better. And also another thing is, we all learn differently. Some students, they learn by read a book. They are visual learner. Some of them, they like to listen to the lecture. Those audio learner. Or some of them like to practice a question or write it on that. And some of them, like me, are kinetic learner. I actually need to make a thing. I need to make a project and to write a project to understand that. And so I encourage students to find out, during the way you are studying, and you kind of you can, because you are the person, you can figure out which way I learn the best, and use that way. And after that, what's help you the best, then use that as your benefit, to learn better. So I encourage every student should start your final exam plan right now, and start it to plan ahead of time. And I know then this way you will have a very successful final exam, and wish you luck, everyone luck, to have a great A for every class. Thank you.
Excellent. And we'll be right back after these public service announcements.
Wednesday afternoons at 2 Pacific on WPMD on the net. It's Swingin' with the World.
I've got the world on a string.
Swingin' with the World with Peggy Sue.
Swingin' with the World plays 40s and 50s music. We do everything from the Warriors, and that's what I like.
Big bands, saloon singers, classic vocal groups.
It makes me want to jump and jive, and I want to give that gift that I have to the people who are listening.
Swingin' with the World, 2 p.m. Pacific every Wednesday on WPMD on the net, where people make a difference.
Because it's my show. It's amazing.
The Hispanic Scholarship Fund has the information you need to help your kids go to college. It's free and available in Spanish. Remember, their tomorrow depends on your words today. Visit yourwordstoday.org. This word brought to you by the Ad Council, WPMD.org, where people make a difference.
We've been married a year.
Yep, and in business together for 2 months.
Oh, it's a big move for us, starting a business and everything.
And for our future 9 children.
Oh, our future 2 children.
Look, there are lots of worries with starting a business, but creating an emergency preparedness plan shouldn't be one of them.
Yeah, we needed a plan in case of fire, flood, or cyber attack. I mean, how would we get the business back up and running?
Because without the business, we could never afford baseball mitts for the 9 kids.
We went to ready.gov and downloaded everything we needed to create a plan. I mean, ready.gov has free templates, checklists, and more.
Yeah, without ready.gov, I could easily get old before my time. The furrowed brow, nervous twitch.
But because of ready.gov, we have one less thing to worry about.
Droopy shoulders.
Oh, stop it.
Go to ready.gov for details on creating an emergency preparedness plan. Ready.gov. Becoming a success is hard work. Protecting it isn't. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Homeland Security, the Ad Council, and this station.
And we are back on the Falcon Spotlight. I'm your host, Rob JF, and we are almost wrapping up here on the Falcon Spotlight. We have had here a very special guest, a member of the Board of Trustees. Here on campus, just as I was saying in the public service announcement, mentioning scholarships. Here at Cerritos College, we have scholarships. I was wondering, can you tell us about the, foundation?
Oh, okay. Actually, there are many scholarships available for students at the college, and you can check online you can go to foundation office or check online to check scholarship. I personally heard 2 or 3 students told me that some of the scholarship available and no one applied. And one student told me that he applied 6 scholarships, and many of them no one replied, and so he got 4 of them. So I asked him why is like that. He said because the scholarship application first may look intimidating because they ask you to write get a reference letter, they ask you to fill application form, but the student told me that once you finish the first, the rest of them are easy. It's really like copy paste. So I really encourage students to go to foundation office or scholarship online to look the scholarship. And I personally also provide a scholarship for international students. It's called Dr. Shin Liu's International Scholarship. The reason for that is I came to United States as an international student. There was no, it was difficult for international student to undertake. For international student, number one, you really need to adjust the lifestyle to the United States. And not only you have to adjust the academic life and with English and international student English, most English is not our first language. So and I realized they don't have the resource. So I became a trustee. I established a scholarship for the international students. And I also, the requirement is they have to have leadership skills. Not only that, they have to do community service, because I believe both are very important, very important for our leaders. So, and there are many, many more students. Please, there are many, many more scholarships. Go to foundation office to find out. And if you need me to help you, let me know. Or if you need anyone to help you, don't be afraid to ask. Like what they say, step out of your comfort zone, get into those office to get application form, and if the application form seems hard for you, ask someone to help you. Anyone in this college, any faculty, staff will be loved to help you to fill out the first one. After you have the first one, the rest of one will come easy. And I wish all of you can do that, and I wish you luck, and a lot of you can get a scholarship. Yeah.
Excellent. And also, speaking of international students, we have here on campus a variety of clubs, and one of which is a very popular one called the International Students Association. I got to take a look at the club. I joined it this semester. It was pretty interesting. They have about every other meeting or so, they have what's called international tea time, and they'll have students present about a country, and sometimes they'll have food from the country. It's very informative, and people get to interact, and it's pretty cool. And also I met Sean too.
Yeah. Thank you.
He's become quite a involved leader. I've seen him even in the Senate. He's a senator this semester in the ASCC, and he's the publicist right now to the International Students Association. I'm the treasurer right now.
Wow, great! I'm I'm glad, and I wanted to meet you long time ago, and finally get to meet you. I'm so happy you also involved International Student Club. I'm involved too. It's great to see you and in person. Great, yeah.
Well, thank you very much. I know that to me, like when I first started being on the radio station, like I was super shy, and I thought this would be a great challenge for me to try it, and I enjoyed it. And then I remember Professor Bright, we had a awards night that we used to be a part of every semester. It was Media Awards night, and one of the biggest awards he gives is the Tito. It was named after a student who he took the newspaper and the radio station class, and then I heard stories about how he had a radio show that was dedicated at clubs, and then after him, nobody really did that. So I thought that it would be interesting to create the Falcon Spotlight, in which I bring leaders every week. So it's been I've come a long ways from being super quiet now to now being able to be an interviewer and not have to depend on playing music the whole hour to fill up my show. But we have come down to like the last minute of the show, but I do want to thank you for your time. And in closing, I was wondering, do you have any closing statement for our students as they're trying to wrap up the semester and hoping for the best grade possible?
Well, I just want you to use your time and plan your life, and in summer, and try different endeavor and try different thing. And I wish you to have the best summer and best academic year. Thank you very much inviting me, and the host really inspired me a lot. I like your style, really smooth and cool. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And remember, folks, you could like my radio show fan page on Facebook. Just look up Cerritos College Falcon Spotlight, and tune in next time. And remember that next is Deaf Man's Music. So tune in next.